What's up? What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. Trying to just get the camera set up here. If anybody comes live, make sure you hop in the chat so I can interact with you. If you have any questions, let me know because I've got both Deadpools that I'm going to be comparing today once we do the live unboxing. Actually, I should say I've already unboxed him to save some time. Because I think you don't want to see me unpack a box. You see plenty of people unpack a box. And I'm trying a bit of a different setup here. So hopefully I can give you a better look at the figures as we get into it. So just got Hot Toys 1/6 Deadpool Battling version in from Pop Collectibles. No discounts, no deals. I just ordered it from them. It came pretty quick, which was sweet. And I thought I haven't done a live unboxing for a while. So kind of to celebrate 1 million views on the channel. I just hit 1 million views on Iron Logan channel about a week or two ago, but I just didn't do a post, and I finally got around to doing a post yesterday on Instagram and Facebook. So I thought, why not do a live unboxing of this bad boy and interact with the community a little bit more, because I haven't been doing that much lately. So let's unbox this bad boy. Well, let's get him out. Let's have a look and see what all the fuss is about. Now, I have something I want to try as well. I've also got the Deadpool 2, which I think I'm going to try and see if I can use all the head sculpts that I want to use by maybe using one of them on the Deadpool 2 figure. But a good friend, Anthony, did point out that I'll need another neck if I want to use the unmasked sculpt on another figure. So not sure what we're going to do there, but we'll see. Okay. We got DP battle damage version. I've already taken him out of the box, put his guns in, put his baby knife in, put his katanas in, just to save some time. Again, I've got all the accessories in a box below. And then we've got the clean version. And you really can tell the difference when you get them next to each other. There's a lot of difference in the color tone. To be honest, I like both colors. I like the bright, fresh version, and I like the battle damaged version. I generally like a lot of battle damage stuff. That's why I thought it was so cool to get this. But of course, Hot Toys had to give us 2 different versions to get that sculpt. So if you're just after the sculpt and you don't like the battle damage, I don't know where you're at with that. And then we got the Deadpool 2, which is looking pretty outdated now if you compare it to these guys, just in body proportion, size, and shape of the head. Head's a big one. Head's quite different when you get them up close. So my idea was I like the head sculpt. I like, obviously I want to have a masked version of him, but I also like that half-masked version of Deadpool as well. So I'm not quite sure how I want to do it. Kind of my idea would be to put the unmasked version on the old school one. Keep this one as is, so I could do maybe him with the claws like he was at the start of the film with Wolverine's claws, and have that set up. And then maybe the half-masked on the battle damage version. That was kind of my idea. But you do need another neck. So that kind of ruined my plan. I thought I had a great idea until Anthony messaged me. Shout out to Figure Posing Channel for dropping that hammer on me. Before we do that, let's get him back there. I want to show you guys the base. So I've actually plugged it in. Let me remove these. Everything feels really good. This is a lot heavier than, it's just much better than the TVA one for sure. Oh, we got someone in the chat. Isaac16, I think the new Dusty Deadpool will look better with the new Wolverine coming out. Oh, definitely. I mean, I think it looks great. It looks awesome. And I think these two together look awesome. I'll definitely have the battle damage version of Deadpool with the Wolverine For sure. Thanks for being here too, brother, and thanks for hopping in the chat. If you are here and watching, have any questions, throw them at me. I'll try my best to answer. Otherwise, I'm just going to be mumbling to myself, and I do enough of that as it is, so I prefer not to. But the base I actually really like, and to be honest, I'll probably use this base with the TVA sign for the clean Deadpool, because I have an idea that I want to, well, I'm sure all of us would have the idea of, I want to use the claws. I'm going to mix and match the accessories. I want to use the Wolverine claws with all the accessories Wolverine down here, with the clean one, and to have him using the door and the base, I think makes sense. Whereas I'd use the Dusty or the Battle Damage. Now I'm saying Dusty. The Battle Damage Deadpool I'll use with the Battle Damage Wolverine in maybe an action pose or something like that, or maybe chilling together like at the end of the film with one of the head sculpts. Not quite sure. But for today, until the Wolverines come out, I want to kind of play around with what accessories I'm going to give who and how I'm going to set them up in the display. And if I can find a way of using all the sculpts on the Deadpools and make use of the DP too. Because I really think the unmasked head sculpt would go great on this guy, with this pose even, holding onto his little zebra toy. So I just need to figure out a way to do the neck, or whether I would, because this is all joined. This is one piece, whereas the other one, you can take the sculpt off and the neck is separate. And then I thought, well, maybe what if I found a neck sculpt like the Stealth Suit Spider-Man has a neck sculpt from memory. I can't remember if it has black on it or not, but I'm pretty sure he has an open neck. No, he doesn't. He has a neck sculpt. The question would be, would it look too silly with a neck that doesn't have the skin problems that the unmasked Wolverine has? And could I hide it with posing, where you can just see a glimpse of it? I don't know, but we'll see. And I don't know if anybody's going to be selling spare necks, Deadpool necks. But then again, you never know. I'm definitely going to switch out a few things for sure, because the golden pistols will definitely go with the battle damage version. That makes more sense. He had it later. The unmasked head sculpt is so ugly, but in a good way. It looks like an avocado. Yeah, look, and in hand, I'm sure if you've seen anybody's videos, I think it looks like him. I think it looks spot on. I'm not super picky like some people. I think the sculpt looks just like him, and I will get that out and show you guys. I just thought I'd show you this first, because this is probably what I'll use on the display. I went and got a USB, what's it called, like a power bank. So I'll use that in the display to keep it lit up. Let's just see how she lights up once I turn it on. So I don't know if you're going to be able to tell much there. If I turn down my lights here, though, let's see how it looks. If I turn down these lights, is that going to bring it up? Maybe with anything behind it. Yeah. You can see it does light up, but at the top, it's very, you can see it reflecting off my finger, but it is pretty weak. But in saying that, 10 times better than the one that came with Loki. 10 times better. Let's bump that light back up. Not sure if many of you care about the light up feature as much, but we'll see. Okay, so let's get the sculpt out first. Now, what I do with my figures, as I'm sure a lot of you guys do, I keep all the accessories in these so I don't have to keep reaching for the boxes. And this is where I popped all the accessories. So this is the unmasked, which is awesome. I think it's very clever by Hot Toys. My orientation skills are terrible. Now, my camera allows me to shoot in 4K, but in Australia, my internet is so bad that when I go to stream in 4K, even though this is a 4K camera, the feed would get choppy and it would be terrible, which is a pain in the butt. So we need to get better internet here for sure, because this camera, the price I paid for it, should have a better picture than that. It's a pain in the ass. It's very cool though. And see, the thing is, you're going to need that neck if you want that to look good on the figure. So I really do like that one, and I like that they did that. It's good to see them putting more figures out with multiple pieces, I think. But the actual sculpt, let's get there. Last times when I've done unboxings, other times I've actually taken it out of the box, and you don't want to see me struggling with all the sticky tape and everything. So it's much easier to do it this way. But it is awesome, and that's the thing with the neck there. Even though it's separate, you kind of need that. Focus, you bugger. There you go. You will get more better looking pictures when I actually start shooting it and filming it. And all the other guys that have put videos out in already give a great look on this. But it is great. In hand, I love the rolling eyes. The skin tone looks good to me. It looks like Ryan Reynolds to me in Deadpool get up for sure. Yeah. If I could just get my lighting a bit better. See if I can get it shining down. Get him a bit more clearer. But yeah, he's wrinkly. There you go. Focus. Do my impression of The Rock. No, doesn't want to focus. Awesome Australian broadband. So it's sweet. Now, the idea, I think we've got, look out, we got my mum's in the chat. Shout out, mum. You have probably no idea what I'm doing with these figures, but I appreciate the support. So shout out, mum. It was my mum's birthday yesterday, the day before. No, yesterday, on the day before. Yesterday. So shout out to you, mum. Happy birthday. Yep, the head sculpt is perfect. Isaac says, yes, it is. It is. I think it's on point. Absolutely on point. And that's why I want to use it. I'm the type of collector that, you know, if there's accessories I like, or there's moments that it can remind me from the film in my displays, as you can probably see my display behind me, I've got too many red and black suit Spideys because I wanted to display in many different ways. That's just how I roll. Render's in the house. Hawkman. Do I have the meteor asset here? Let's do it. Here comes Renz. You know what we do. That's a clip we use in the Rundown, which is a live show me and the Figure Posing channel and Often Studios have, that we do, where we review TV shows and things, and we have lots of funny clips that all these guys send in. So Renz, shout out to you, brother. Thank you for being here. You are a legend. You're on the same time code as me, right? Same time zone. So appreciate you making the time, because you're probably working or doing something. Now, okay, so my idea, I don't know what to do first. Here we go. Look, these are all cool. They all bend. They look great. I mean, it would have been nice to have actual hair, but I get it. It's just an accessory piece. You're either going to use it, have him holding it, beating the crap out of someone, or you're going to have him it just laying. And I'm probably just going to have it laying on the base. It's cool that the jaw opens. So for photography and stuff, you can do some cool things. Maybe have him biting something. Actually, I could have him biting someone. That'd be cool. Having Deadpool swinging it, hitting someone, having it biting on their arm or something could be cool. Maybe we'll do something like that with the photography. You get wood accessories, which are really nice. I like that it's loose and that you can move it around. And then the one that you actually have on the base here, you can see that. The one that you can have on the base covers the spot for the stand, which is cool. So you can have the crotch grabber in, or you can have this in, and I like that. I use a mixture of stands and then don't use stands. I do a bit of both. I actually quite like seeing Deadpool behind the screen there. That's actually pretty cool. I think we'll be using him in front of the door with the Wolverine claws for sure will be how I will display him. So that's kind of the idea of this stream. Is I just wanted to talk about the figures, talk about the film. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. But I'm also going to figure out what accessories I'm going to use with each piece. And then I'll probably, I don't know if I'll pose them up, but I'm going to come to a conclusion of what pieces I'm going to use. And yes, already I can tell you I'm glad I've got both because, again, lots of different moments. I love that movie. Love Deadpool and Wolverine. Hugh Jackman's the king of Australia. So I have to represent for him. Now, before I get into looking at the figures a bit more, let's just bring both these guys out. I'm going to switch the pistols. So the gold pistols will go with the battle damage version. I just think that works a lot better, especially if you look. It depends what you like when you do your making your displays. I like to recreate some moments. I also like to do my own thing. So there's that. But for this, the accessories lean towards you can create a moment. So I'm going to give the gold pistols to Deadpool for later in the film. And I'm sure when Nice Pool comes out, we can do something fun there where you could have him taking the pistols off Nice Pool or aka Justin Baldoni, however you want to look at it, depending whether you're following that story or not. So you could do some cool stuff with that there, I think. But I think the gold pistols will suit better for his look later in the film, because this is obviously the look near the end of the film, which they've kind of mixed with the eyes, because the eyes are shocked eyes, right? The eyes are shocked, like he's got because when you've got the Wolverine claws on, you can recreate the scene with this suit with him having the claws being shocked. But if you're a stickler for authenticity, at that point when he had the claws in the movie, his suit wasn't beat up like this. So the shocked look doesn't really go with this. The beauty of having both figures is the eyes are compatible. So I can take the eyes from the original, if you want to give him more serious eyes or something else, give it to him, and then just use the shocked eyes with the clean version, the Wolverine claws, to recreate that scene. And I've already seen people like Zord Photography, shout out Zord. We did a stream together on Danny's channel last week. Yeah. And he's already done pictures of him with the claws, and as I'm sure everyone, I know Justin has, and a few other people. So I think a lot of us would want to do that, and why not? It's an iconic moment from the film. So yeah, gold pistols, I think will go sweet. And look, with this one, and it will fit because it's the same figure, really. It's just battle damaged. The battle damage spots, I will say, it's just black underneath. They could have put some flesh. I would have liked to have seen some flesh tone in there. That would have made more sense to me than black. And I'll try and get a closer look of it in a second. So we'll give the clean version, because at this point of the film, he had his normal pistols after he got his makeover. Sweet. So there's that. Pistols. The eyes are all pretty much the same too. So you're not going to see much difference by switching the eyes out between the two. Actually, let's chuck him there for a second. You can chill there, bruv. So just to get in close here, you see all these little holes in the arms, holes in the legs. It's cool that it's holes in the material, but it's black. Like, where's the skin tone? Or some blood or something. Now, I just recently got the custom Toby from Riley Lowe. I got it off 16 Benny. He sold it to me, and he's battle damaged. You've got skin tones and flesh tones underneath the rips and holes in the clothes. So there's that. If he can do it, you think they could definitely do it, but it's probably a scaling issue or something like that. I'm not sure. I don't know. What do you guys think? Those that are watching, do you like the clean version more? Do you like the darker version more? I like both. I really do. And it also depends how much you love Deadpool and how much you love the film or Ryan Reynolds or whatever. But I think with this line, now that we've got Blade, X-23 still to come out, plus the 2 Wolverine figures, it's a pretty big line. I'm getting a little worried that we still haven't seen a Gambit. And yeah, like I would probably like an Electra too, just to create the, I don't know, would you buy an Electra? I probably would. Would you buy a Channing Tatum Gambit? I think I would. Definitely. I know Lani, my wife, would definitely want me to. She's a big Channing Tatum fan. So there's that. All right, so we've got him with the golden pistols. Next, I'll probably look at putting the claws on this guy. I think will work better, and then maybe we'll switch out the shock dies. The only thing that you kind of miss out on, I think, is this guy's version of the shock dies. Not that you'll probably see it on this quality of camera. He's got the scratch marks on the head there, and there's a bit of a scratch mark that goes into the eyes. So it does look cool that the scratch marks go from the mask into the eyes, and you're going to lose that if you were to put different eyes on here. He does come with one other set. Actually, let's take a look at that other set. Where's that other set? He comes with... So he comes with more serious eyes. So that's cool. If you want to have him more serious and you don't have the other Deadpool, you can have more serious. So that's pretty sweet. This mask version, I don't think, or half mask version, yeah, the eyes don't come out of this one. So there's that. Now, maybe we'll get to work with the hands. And a cool thing is, if you have the Loki, TVA Loki, you can have a time pad. Surprised this guy didn't come with the temp pad. Temp pad? Time pad, temp pad. That would have made sense. With this version, you give him the TVA door, but no temp pad. Rens, what's up? I like both, but leaning towards the battle damage version. I think bang for buck. I mean, you get baby pool and dog pool with the clean version. I'm here nor there with baby pool. Dog pool's cool, but I like battle damaged. I like the Wolverine claws. The base is 10 times better than the one that comes with the clean version. That's just very light and flimsy, and it's hard to even get him to stand on it. And with the quality of these ankle pegs, you're going to be risking it. I will say with this original, I've already broken all the wrist pegs but the ones that are on the figure right now. So I'm sweating bullets on that because they were very brittle, which was annoying because I did a posing video with him and I just kept breaking wrist pegs. It was a pain in the ass. So something to be mindful of. And I know the ankle pegs are as well. So you're going to be very careful with the original. I'm getting a call. Pause that for a sec. S-Beam's in the house. What's up, brother? Jealous. I want that Deadpool. Mate. You going to get him? Let me know. Channel member as well. Thank you for all your support, brother. I appreciate it. Hopefully you're not at work now. Hopefully you finished work for the day. But yeah, I'm interested to know, do you have the other one, the clean? I've got a terrible memory. Let me know. Okay, so what are we going to do? I think this guy, I would like to have the head sculpt on him. So let's see what that looks like. Let's do that first. Let's see if that's going to work. His neck looks actually super long. Without me sticking it like fully in, I should probably just do it. Is it even the same connection? You dogs. I don't think it's the same connection. Of course not. Yeah. Okay. So that kind of takes care of that. I don't think it's the same connection, or I'm not pushing hard enough. If someone's already done it, let me know. But the idea would have been to have, boom, this head sculpt. Munted his pose now, of course. Maybe something like that, have him looking over to the side. You can kind of sit it here with the next to it coming out because the collar actually holds it. So this would have been my original idea, have him with the head sculpt on this. Reminds me of the spot when he comes home and he's all sad and defeated. And he grabs this guy, I can't remember his name, for comfort. If we get that on there. I think that can still work. Maybe if I lift his head up a little bit more. And maybe if I futz with it a bit more, you could make it work. Yeah, so let's leave this here for a second. Maybe like that. It actually sits in there quite nicely considering. And depending how securely you have it put in your collection, what I will say about this old one, these belts were shit. Terrible belts. Quality of it was just no good. Mine's coming loose. I need to glue that. The new belts, way better. Way better. So yeah, that's probably the idea for that. But actually, you can go back there for a minute. I do want the neck for the new one because we've got to see how that looks too. Yeah, that works better. Just the quality, the feel of the suit on these new ones compared to the Deadpool 2 one, 10 times better. I would say this body that they've used for both these two figures are phenomenal. Just the quality, other than the joints, the wrist pegs and the ankle pegs, the actual body and the quality of the material of the suit feel amazing. It's been POD with shit show. I don't have the clean yet either. Him, Lady Pool, still on payment plan. But you'll have them eventually. So that's awesome, mate. Congrats. Japoy's in the house. What's up? Thanks for being here, mate. Is it worth it for an early upgrade? Just got the clean one. Well, it depends, mate. Same body. It's the same body. It's really just what accessories you want more. I personally love all the accessories that come with the new one. It's kind of a kick in the teeth that the gold Desert Eagles come with the clean version, if you're a stickler for that stuff, which I kind of am when it comes to certain figures. Let's get his set up here, but he does look good. I mean, that's Ryan Reynolds. That's a mini Ryan Reynolds for sure. I get myself out of the shot somehow. I can just focus on him. Yeah, doesn't come through that clear, does it? But the head sculpt on here, I just think looks fantastic. The feel of the body, the quality, the feel of the suit, the articulation's great. Everything really, like they've really put a lot of work into this figure, I feel, or into both these figures. So I'd say, Japoy, if you like the movie enough and the character enough, me personally, I think it's awesome to have both just because you can mix and match the accessories. But if you're a person who just likes to have one of the figure, again, that's a tough one. Do you when you do your displays create moments from the films that you like to recreate, or do you just like to have a representation of the character? If you want to have a representation of your character, I think probably this one's the way to go because from the end of the film, you've got 3 head sculpts to choose between. You've got less eyes to play with, which is interesting for a Deadpool figure. They gave you only 2 sets of eyes for the masked sculpt, which is a bit strange because the other one comes with so many different sets of eyes. The backdrop's definitely better. The accessories are better. I think he looks pretty sweet on there, and he actually stands pretty like compared to the other base. He can stand on this without a crotch grabber, whereas the other one he's not going to stand on there properly. He just wouldn't stand on there properly for me. You get all the bone accessories for Wolverine, and they're pretty bendy, which is sweet. You can do some cool stuff with it. I've already seen people do cool stuff with them. For me, these are mainly just going to be accessories in the display. So my goal will be to create a whole Deadpool Wolverine section, and I want to use the accessories like Deadpool, Baby Paul, and all those extra things that these guys come with to create a scene, create a moment or whatever from the film. I'm not too fussed about having him hold them. If I'm going to have him holding anything, I like him with his swords, with his pistols, or doing something funny. And once the Wolverine figures come out, then we can have a bit more fun figuring out how to display him. But if you like a perfect representation of the clean look of the character, this is epic. It is still epic. And I said it in the original video I did with him. He's just a great figure. Pose is great. Suit has bounced back. I mean, I can't even really tell where I posed it. Suit has bounced back really, really well. With battle damage, even more so, because it's already got battle damage on there. It's not going to feel like it's so, if you worry about creasing and things like that, which is, again, personal preference. I think probably the win goes to him just because of the head sculpts, the extra Wolverine accessories, the base. And to be honest, I mean, this is just sick. This is probably what I'm going to leave on the figure, which, without further ado, let's actually just see what that looks like. If I can't get, thinking about what you can see of the neck, right? You can't see a lot of the neck here, really, from a distance. So maybe I could get away with it with just the skin tone neck cover from the Stealth Suit Spider-Man. And maybe I'll try that. I might go try and find it in one of my cases if we have time, because that might actually fit in the Deadpool 2 figure better than this new piece that they've got. So let's see. Let's take this sculpt off. Actually, the head's got the connector. Damn it. Which is going to be different for the other neck to work with. You bastards. They've bamboozled us. But that's a sick look. What would you guys in the chat go if you got this, or when you get this, and you were just going to use these? Out of the 3 sculpts, what are you more inclined to use? Would you use this one? I don't know if it's just because it's unique and different is why I want to use it. Or would you want to use the head sculpt and see more of the avocado look? Or just stick with the Deadpool look? And if you just get this, you only have 2 sets of eyes to choose between. So you've either got really shocked or serious. Whereas with this guy, you can do shocked, happy, sad, serious. You can have a lot more fun posing that wise, especially if you're doing things for photography. But this is kind of how I want to leave him with this sculpt on, and then maybe just find another way to use this version. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. And would it look silly? Let's have a look. Then on this head sculpt, they're clever. They've given you the ball peg. So it's not even the same connection as this one. So you can't even do it. I mean, you could just sit it on there. But then you've got the look they used to get with the Spider-Man figures before they upgraded them and put the neck in there. His suit goes all the way up to the neck, and that just looks silly. But if this fits in there, I think the Stealth Suit one would actually fit in there as well. And then maybe I can use the collar to cover up the neck. So if it's shadowed, you're not going to really see the marks on the skin, and it might not be an issue. Let's see. Now I can't remember where. There we go. Why does his neck feel super long now? Oh, there we go. Yeah, so I think this looks the way to go for this guy. So let's keep him there for a second. See him looking behind the door. Maybe we can do that. And now maybe we can use the claw accessories on this guy. I'm actually scared to take off the freaking hands on this one in fear of breaking the bloody wrist pegs again. We'll see. Okay. And I don't know what you guys think about it being plastic as well. The claws are plastic. It's probably better that they're not steel. I noticed with the Wolverines they can come loose and get dislodged, which is no good. You don't want that. So there's that. So to give you an idea, that's the cage. Well, that's the makeup that he's got for it. And then obviously it goes on like that, which does line up nicely. So I do like that. Maybe the heads. No, I don't think it would work on this one. Maybe the. Oh, of course. I think you've got to remove this collar piece anyway when you're doing this. So let's get rid of that. Let's see. Chucking it on like that. Kind of a bit of a friction fit, isn't it? Let's see. Need a better place to have my microphone, guys. That's wanting to fall every 2 seconds. There we go. Little pro tip, before you're putting hands on, if you want to have hands like curling in and things like that, just kind of preset them before you put the hand on, and then you're not twisting and turning, trying to adjust it after. Let's see. Worst wrist pegs in the history of wrist pegs, these guys. Boom. I think it definitely looks good on the clean version. Right? I think so. Let's give the other hand a go. If you do have this original one, when you're getting the wrist peg off, really just take your time and don't be rough with it. I'm telling you. I try to be careful, and I still broke them. Okay, so got this pair on. I should probably be mindful of trying to show you. I pushed it up a bit. You can see a little bit of wrinkling there, but it's not a big deal. You want to get this point poking out enough to get the hand in there. Which is actually quite a bit. There we go. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so I'm liking this look. I really think this one posed with this base, with the surprised eyes in the stance of him looking at it like he is in the film, or before he's getting ready to attack, I think will look pretty sick. Definitely think you can't get these on underneath that. So I wouldn't even bother trying. Don't bother trying. It's not going to happen. So let's see. Because I've got the hands orientated before. Oh, no. There you go. See, it just came off. I thought I did. That's these wrist pegs. Another thing I do is grab around a solid piece so you're not jacking up the material on the arm either, as best you can when you're putting these types of things on. If you want to bring it forward more, I'd use the butterfly of the shoulders, bring him in a little bit more, bring the hands around. Let's just say I want to have him in a stance like that for now. And then you want to line up the bones on the wrist so it actually has some continuity. It just looks better. You don't want to have it in a way where you've got it looking like that. You've got the bones coming down and then the hands don't line up. You want it to line up because that's how it was. That makes sense, right? They're not two separate pieces in the film. I'll keep his arms out for a bit. And then I would probably look at changing the eyes to surprised. But that's cool. He's going to look cool like this. If we could get some like TVA soldiers for him to, that's something for a custom artist. You can get some TVA agents for him to just absolutely decimate. That would be a cool display. I could just imagine, like, I have the 6 series cases here, right? A thing I would love to do for a scene like this is have, and I would probably do this if I could, you get all the, like maybe 6 TVA agents and have him decimating them in the display with the bodies around. I think would be pretty epic. Or have him in the middle of doing something to one of them, or doing the stance with all the bodies around him. That would be a sick display. I'm all about creating displays. And I think that would be an awesome way because, when we get these things, we spend a lot of money on these things. For me, I want to really enjoy how I go and view them on a daily basis. So this is my office that I work in. I'm getting into videography and all that type of stuff now as a career. And I have my office, my computer and everything. And I love when I look up at my displays, I want to enjoy the display. So for me, I'm willing to maybe do some things that maybe others wouldn't when it comes to maybe getting a few extra accessories or dioramas or whatever, if I can create a scene, especially if it's your favorite character. I know a lot of people do it with Star Wars. Don't see as many people do it with Marvel. My whole top row up there is all Spider-Man films from Homecoming to No Way Home. Second level is all Iron Man, which will move eventually because I'm going to be switching it all up and moving them somewhere else. Once I get some bigger, I think D1, whatever, the bigger ones where you can fit the quarter scales in it. I'm probably going to do something with the Hulkbuster and all that, which will free me up a shelf to dedicate to Deadpool and Wolverine, my Deadpool and Wolverine fandom. So I want to do something cool. So if anybody knows of anybody doing TVA agents, give me a shout out because I will get the TVA agents just to create a scene. Maybe some fake snow on the ground would blend in well with the base. I think that'd be sick. So in regards to mixing accessories, I've given him the black guns, the Wolverine claws. Let's give him the surprised eyes. I'm not going to use the surprised eyes from the new one because it does have the battle damage after he's had his fight with Wolverine. So I might use the surprised eyes that actually come with this one. So let's see. He's quite serious right now. Chuck them on. If you're a Deadpool and Wolverine fan, I definitely recommend either. Really, I don't think you can go wrong with either of them. If you're crazy like me, get both. If you can only get one, I think you can't lose it. Just would come down literally to the look that you want to see. I love the vibrant, bright red of this, the clean, bright redness of it. But I love all the accessories, the base, and the battle damage that come with this guy. I think the golden pistols just look better on this guy than they do with him. God, and then we'll have nice balls. Then we're going to have 3, and then you'll have another Ryan Reynolds head sculpt to mess around with, although that will at least stay on that figure. So what do you guys think? Do you think I rock the mask like this on this? Definitely rocking the claws on that. I think this guy's set will be how I display him. The shock dies will go perfect for creating that scene. But I really do still want to use this. So I need to figure out a way to use the neck on the old one. Or a kit bash. He had some looks in the film. I'm just trying to think some of his looks from the film. It'd be pretty funny. I guess Bob Dylan would be someone I would ask if he'd create a kit bash, or if someone would create a kit bash from one of Deadpool's looks from the film, maybe when he's in his sweatpants or something like that. Could be fun to do, that you could use this sculpt for, because it's just too good not to use. Honestly, I mean, I'd use it for photography and stuff, but I want to see this on the display, on the shelf. It is really nice. But I think this one's too cool not to use. And I think this overall look for the scene is perfect. So I don't know. But in hand, looking at this head sculpt in hand, it is on point. Would you guys use this? See, I wouldn't use this with this one over using the claws. That's why I'd have this like on the ground, or if you had the TVA agents, you could have this being used on them or sticking out of it, or have this guy, like I'd have a TVA agent on the ground and maybe have this biting into his arm or his neck or something by using that. I think that'd be sick. Things like the extra bone weapons, you could have actually sticking out of it. This, the sharp one, you can have sticking into an enemy. This one you could have, you know, laying around somewhere. And then kind of like the nunchucks. I think I saw Zord do, he created an X with it, which is a pretty cool idea. You could do something like that. They're just a cool accessory to have. So the more I talk about it, the more I think about this one being more value for money. But it's just a damn shame he doesn't come with the gold pistols, because they're on point. Maybe if you didn't want to get this and you got Nice Pool, he's probably going to come with gold pistols from memory. I think he does. I'd get the gold pistols off him. That way you could have this one and the gold pistols with him on him. That could be a way to do it. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, 10 out of 10, I think. As a Deadpool fan, a Hot Toys fan, I think these two pieces are definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. It really just comes down to your preference of how you look at your displays. Battle damage wise, this is probably one of their best battle damage figures. Just a bit of a letdown that you see black underneath the scratches. I think that definitely could have been done better. Actually, I'll grab the Toby and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about, because just so you can see the difference. So here's the battle damage Toby, right? And shout out to 16 Benny for hooking me up, and Riley Lowe, because this is awesome. If you look, I mean, just on the legs here, you can see the skin tone color. You can see the skin tone scratching there. It just adds a level of realism to the figure, all up around the arm, on the chest. Zoom out, zoom in on you. Like being able to see the skin underneath the suit, so much better than just black. I really feel like they could have done better there. And then even on the back, you can see here cuts and gashes and skin tone. Yeah, this is a freaking absolute grail piece in the collection. Love this guy. Okay, let's put that there. Let's just see how this is going to look. On this guy. kind of looks silly with the neck, with the, I think it looks silly with the suit. So I think he definitely is going to need, he's definitely going to need a skin tone neck. But as you can see from, let's say, like an angle like this, there's not a lot of visibility of what would actually be the skin. So I think I might be able to get away with a skin tone neck. And if you know, I guess there's not that many people here, so I might actually just go and grab the skin tone neck from the which one is it? From the Tom Holland. And I'm going to give it a go while I'm on stream. Before I wrap it up, let's give it a go. Why not? Maybe this will give someone else an idea. Let's see. Let's get his neck back on. I just got a new camera in, guys, so I'm going to start doing some. Up until now, I've just been using my phone to make videos, but now that I've got this new camera and I'm learning how to do it, I just got a 70 to 200mm lens, and I did some practice shots and video last night. The quality that it can pick up in macro style. So I'm definitely going to be working on bringing that to my photography on Instagram and my YouTube videos. So hoping moving forward, we're going to see a bit of a quality upgrade in the content that I'm putting out on YouTube. So stay tuned for that. I'm just going to quickly check for this skin tone neck to see if we can make this look. Give me 2 seconds. See if I can actually find it. Got it. Okay. All right. So just realized it's got a really long peg. So don't know if that's going to fit. Oh, you bugger. That skin tone, that skin tone is way off. Damn. Okay. But let's just say we get that in there. Does that actually go? Oh, so it actually connects. Okay. All right. Now I'm getting somewhere. I've been looking at getting into customizing S-Beam. And if you're still here, S-Beam, I know you can paint. Maybe I can find a paint tone that would match this sculpt. And then all I got to do is really just do some patterns to match the skin tone on this, like at least the color, and maybe create some shading to make it look like it's damaged like this one. And then I could get away with using, oh crap, that's way too short. So it actually needed to be longer. Interesting. Okay, hang on. Don't fall because we don't want to scratch you. He looks... Oh, look at that. That looks terrible. Okay. So now it looks too short. However, if I could get it up. Anybody who's in the chat, can you think of any other figures that come with a skin tone neck that maybe is a longer skin tone neck? Who am I thinking? That's not attached. Like it's not one piece. If I put a lot of blue tack in there, though, I could probably get this head sitting up a little bit higher. But actually, if I was to put blue tack underneath, let's see. If I was to put it in looser, put some blue tack on there. No, it's still very skinny. Yeah. So you need it maybe like, God. Maybe like that. He just looks like a bobblehead now. Damn it. There goes that idea. Any ideas? Anybody, let me know, because I really want to make use of all the sculpts. I want to use this head sculpt, and I feel like the way I will have Deadpool 2 displayed, I feel like this head sculpt will go great with that, so I can make use of, have him doing his scene, have him with Wolverine near the end of the film, chilling, maybe having a churro in the hand or whatever. And then I could still make use of this awesome sculpt. Honestly, I'd say this sculpt, I mean, wait till you get it in hand. I want to see someone critique it and tell me that's not Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool in the film. Like, and I'm sure there are people who say that, but that's not what I'm seeing. Yeah, but that definitely doesn't want to sit on there. Spidey's neck's too skinny. Either way, it's a project. I think this is going to become a project for me now to figure out how to do this. Yeah, even then it doesn't want to sit. I mean, that angle looks kind of funny, doesn't it? If he's like kind of a lean back, waving. They're the same height like that. Let me get them like that. It's a lot of Deadpools. Get that over there like that. See, from that angle, right? I mean, I know this camera quality isn't the best. You can't tell the difference on the neck there. If I was to just get some paint apps and get the skin tone right on one of these necks, or even if I was to pick up maybe a neck online somewhere, that could be the way to do it. Hey, Loco Lou, what's up, mate? It's been a long time. I just saw your awesome pic of the black suit Spidey. I still need that. I need that figure. It looks awesome. And the shot you did was awesome. I thought it was awesome, especially with the lighting and the city behind him. Really cool, bro. Good to see you back posting pics. Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out, I don't know if you just joined, right? So I'm just trying to figure out, I want to use this head sculpt. So I've gotten the neck, just because that's all I can think of right now, from the stealth suit Spidey. It does connect in, but when it connects in, it's way too short. And it's just too loose up here. I could fix that with blue tack if I wanted to. Issue is, the skin tone is not the same, but I was just saying that before, that from, let's say here, even though it's a shitty camera quality, you can't tell the difference in the neck tone really from a distance. I'm thinking about getting some paints and trying to, if not this neck, get a neck. I can't, off the top of my head, I can't think of any other figures that come with a separate neck. I'm sure there are, but I just can't think of it. That's maybe thicker, that I could use, because I want to use this head sculpt on my Deadpool 2 figure, because right now it looks like a bobblehead. I just need it to be thicker. The length I can correct with blue tack inside, or a longer neck connector. And then I just need to figure out what type of color paint will mix well, so I could then paint the neck as best I can to look like the skin on the sculpt. And I think you can get away with it, because really, if I'm looking from the shelf at him here, you can't see a lot of the neck with the way the color is. Even with the new one, yeah, don't do that, John. Don't do that live on a stream. Even with the new one, you don't see a lot of neck. I guess you do on this one, actually. You see a lot more. But with the older Deadpool figure, you don't. Now, I know you're going to be picking up these Deadpools, Lou, because I know you love Deadpool. So I'm looking forward to seeing what you do with him. Yeah, I think I'm obsessed with making this work now. I'm going to have to figure it out. I'm going to have to go hunting for necks and paints, because I'll probably end up changing this pose up too, to be fair. But I know I want him holding this guy, because he's a fun accessory to have, doing something funny to go along with my cable for my DP2 display. You get it from Sideshow. Nice. It's an awesome figure. Like I was just saying earlier, like the quality compared to the Deadpool 2, the quality of these two, it just leaps and bounds above the body proportions, the quality of the material, the fact that you get 3 sculpts with this, the quality of the battle damage and coloring between the two is just insane. The difference. It really is. It's insane, the difference. And if you're a Deadpool fan, I really think if you like to display them different ways, they've given us enough. I feel like they've given us enough to have both. I feel like. Or I'm just crazy and that's why I want both. You know, I'm nearly as crazy. Like, you know, I need to get another one of these so I can then have the sculpts, but I'm trying to be more restrained these days. Just use the neck sleeve on the neck and have it like a turtleneck of sorts. Yeah, kind of like the Spideys. Yeah, I thought about that too. You can do that. Only thing they did, right? They're so sneaky. This neck sleeve also won't fit, like won't connect in this. And I'm sure I could find a neck connector that'd be different. It's just slightly different size. Now, this Tom Holland clean neck does fit, just with how that connection is. But this is one of those clear ones that are different. So this won't connect into that. Again, I could probably use blue tack and all that, whatever. So that is an option. No, I just had an idea. Maybe one of the round, you know, the round cover neck sleeves you get with the Spideys. I've got, I think, a spare one of those. Maybe I could wrap that over this. Use some blue tack to get it to sit in there, because the way the collar is on that, it'll actually hold it all right. And then I can maybe paint some skin texture on that one. That could be an idea. So I'm not. Yeah, that could work. That could definitely work. Yeah. The more I collect, I don't know about you guys, but the more I collect, the more I've been getting into like spending more time. I mean, I've always enjoyed spending time with each figure and trying to make it look a certain way to represent something from the film or whatever. But the more time I spend with collecting now, like I'm currently making a Dune video, the more I've been enjoying trying to make like a mini world for the character to be in. Like I just bought tons of kinetic sand to use for the Dune figures that I'm going to create. In the display, I'm actually going to use the sand to create a little world. Kind of like with the Battle Damage Toby, I want to actually mod a Toby. There's a lot of really good modders out there who've been opening up the suits and changing the body proportions and all that. I actually think I want to start getting into doing that stuff more, and just it's like another skill to learn, right? So I think maybe if I can figure this neck issue out and get it to look how I want it to look and use this sculpt, like I think that stuff's fun. If you can find the time to do it, that stuff's fun to mess around with your collection. It gives you more time with the figure and adds a little bit of I guess reward that you've kind of made it more personal, more of your own than not, I guess. I don't know if it's just me, but even just something as simple as giving the claws to the clean version and giving the gold pistols to this version, whilst it's something simple and fairly easy to do, I like doing that stuff. I don't know if you guys are the same, if you like doing that, whether it be in your display or whether it be with your figures. I know some people like to just not damage them at all or do anything to them or mess with them. I actually quite like tinkering around with them and doing different things. Do you have a third party? You can mod the neck. Do I? I'm just trying to think of who else I have a neck connector on. Do I? Other than this stealth suit one, I don't think I do. However, I've got to find that. I've got to find the neck covers. If I can find, I don't know where I put it, but if I can find one of the neck covers, the third-party Deadpool head. I actually have a good friend, Helen, actually has a third-party Deadpool head for me, and I've just been so slack of going to see her to pick it up. I wonder if that comes with it. If that comes with a separate neck and head together, then I could just use that. That actually makes sense. Does the third-party Deadpool head come with a separate neck? I can't remember. If it does, though, then I don't nothing to worry about. I'll just go and get. I know it doesn't. Shit. Got my hopes up for a second. Damn it. Okay, maybe it doesn't. Well, then I guess figuring out either this or putting the neck sleeve on will be the way I'm going to go. But that's my plan. Putting the avocado head on this one. It's meant for Deadpool 2. 1, 2. Okay. Damn. I'll figure it out. It can't be too hard to do. I'm sure someone else is going to do it as well. Whether I paint this guy up and then make it lengthwise, make it fit so he can actually sit on there, or whether I put a neck cover over the actual original neck that comes with the mask, because if I'm using this one, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to use this, so then I could use this technically. I do like the idea of being able to see the skin. It's something that always bugged me about the Spideys, having the suit come up to the neck. I don't know why, it always just threw me off. That's why I got those neck covers. Like right now, it just looks a little short. Just extend it a little bit more, and I think you'd be on point. It's too good not to use, guys. This head sculpt's too good not to use. That's the only problem with when they give you multiple sculpts. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything, guys. I think that's it. It's an awesome figure. If you're into Deadpool, you want to collect Deadpool, honestly, these are one of the times where I don't want to enable people, but honestly, I would get both. I've seen. I know you got all the Deadpools. I don't have the mechanized one, and I know that you've got that. And I've ummed and ahed about it for a long time. I just need it. I might need to go looking for it. You're enabling me, and you haven't even shown it to me, but I know you've got it. Yeah, I just need the rest to come out. Are you going to get the? I'm assuming you would be, but are you getting Blade and X-23 and all the other ones? Because it's actually a pretty cool line. I just really want them to release Gambit. And I would like an Electra. They could just, and TVA soldiers. I want TVA soldiers so I can have this dude beating the crap out of him. Nice. The armorized as a boss. Don't tell me that. I know it looks cool. And it's a mixture of Iron Man. What am I doing not having it? I really should. Don't tell Lani. I have to go looking for it. I think that's what I'm going to have to do. But I think that's it, guys. I'm not going to do any fancy posing, just with the way my setup is here. I've nearly knocked this microphone over 10,000 times. But I really wanted to figure out whether I could use all the sculpts, which I think I'm going to be able to. I'm going to go look for that neck sleeve after. So I think he looks a little funny like that, waving to you guys from the back. But I really rate it. Honestly, if I had to pick just one, probably this one, just because of the head sculpts and the extra accessories. Even if you didn't have this one, you've still got the Wolverine accessories that you can use. It's got a better base. This thing's much more sturdy, much better. Just doesn't light up as much as I would like. Oh yeah, and a third-party Cassandra would be sick. Oh, you are getting. Oh yeah, and the third-party Cassandra. No, nice. I need to go look at that again. I don't remember looking at pictures of that. But I really want that Gambit. And now that he's going to be in the next Avengers movie, come on, Hot Toys. Unless it's a licensing issue and they haven't got the license, I don't know. He'd be a fool not to. Extra cash. And then make a figure of you. Just do it. Whilst I'm not going to post them up here today, I will do some, once I finish my Dune video, I'll probably do some shots of these with my new lens and my camera. So I'm probably going to do a video on the channel basically going macro on my favorite figures and really looking at the details, and I'll probably do some poses in that I'll try and capture a good look for with this new lens, because it's just a learning journey for me, learning how to use a camera and not my phone. So I definitely want to have some fun shooting my figures and lighting them and all that jazz. For a solo Deadpool, the battle damage is a must. But for a team, family of Deadpool, the clean one. Oh, that's a good point. That's actually a good point. Whereas what I want to do, Lou, is I want to have. So I've given the gold pistols to the battle damaged, because that made more sense for me than him having it. And I want to create the scene from the start of the movie with the Wolverine claws. So I've kind of swapped the accessories, and I'm giving him the shocked look, and I want to have him in front of this base with all the Logan pieces around. And that's what I would really love. I just have this vision in my head. I would love TVA agents, third-party TVA agents, I don't care, just TVA agents that look exactly like they did in the film, that I could have decimated and have that as a display, have like just him. Yeah, I know you just said we're all doing that. Yeah, and I think that makes sense, right, to use it on this as opposed to this, because I want to have this one with Wolverine from the end of the movie or throughout the movie, whatever. So I really just want those TVA agents. I want those TVA agents. So can someone get on to making them third party or otherwise, make some TVA agents for us, because I think that'd be sick. There we go. Let's put them all there. But yeah, if you're a fan of Deadpool, we're eating good. We are eating good because these figures are really good, and it makes me excited for the quality of the Wolverines. And it makes me excited for Blade, X-23. They both look amazing. I'm really excited to see what this line's going to be like when it's finished. I'm just hoping they announced Gambit soon, because it's been a long time, and it makes me think that they might not do it, being that it's taken so long. So we'll see. I don't know. But I might cut it there, guys, because it's the middle of the day for me and I need to get some stuff done. I'm going to have another Deadpool soon so I can recreate poor Dragon Logan into the TVA. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, see, there's so many iconic moments from the movie that we can recreate. Really, like, almost it makes you want tons of them, because I'm like, okay, I want to have him with all the TVA agents. That would look sick. Then I want to have him like interacting with Wolverine. Then I want to have him. I would love to do the big fight from the end of the movie. How sick! Imagine, Lou, when you have the Wolverine and the Deadpool, you could have them both killing all your other Deadpool figures, or fighting the weaponized Deadpool, fighting all the other Deadpools. That would be an awesome display. Get like a bust diorama. That would be sick. Hot Toys really could have gone wild and made heaps of different looks that you could then use to create big displays, or a third-party company. I don't know why people wouldn't be thinking of doing that. That'd be sick to have them just have a massive Deadpool display of them just taking out other Deadpools. I think that'd be awesome. Missed opportunities for some companies, I think. Let's get that off there before it falls. I can feel that's going to fall. On a 3D print. That'd be sick. That'd be sick. That's the plan, huh? Awesome. Yeah, that's what I'm getting into more. Like once I get I've got a couple of new cabinets, so I can spread out my display a bit more, because everything's starting to get a bit crammed. Once I get a bit more space to move my display around a bit, I really want to do more like I'm going to do with the Dune, having the sand hill and the sand thumper in the ground. And I want to create more actual scenes. Like I want to create a Tony's workshop. I want to have just really embrace creating the world from the films that I love. And with that, I'm kind of pulling back on collecting lots of stuff, and mainly just collecting the characters I really love, and then spending time with them, either upgrading them, doing little things to them, or creating the worlds within the display, so I can actually have something that's unique. I'm really getting into doing that stuff with the collection. So it's cool to see that you're doing that too. He's got your mod suit Batman from The Flash. Oh, it does look good. Hell yeah. Good pick up, brother. Good pick up. Well, guys, I thank you all for being here. I'm going to cut it there and put these guys away. When I get this neck and head figured out, I'll be posting about it. I might even do a little short or something on it when I do it. And stay tuned for my Dune posing showcase that's coming out soon. And then from Dune onwards, I'm going to be using new camera equipment, not my phone anymore. And hopefully you'll be able to see a bit of difference in the quality of the video and pictures as I learn how to use it. It's going to be a bit of a journey of me learning how to use some better quality stuff. And hopefully I'll be able to capture these figures a bit better than what I have been, and maybe bring some of the things I've had in my mind to the forefront a little bit better. But Lou, thanks for being here, brother. Thanks for chatting to me as well. Appreciate it. Japoy, thanks for being here, mate. S-Beam, I appreciate you coming along, brother. Rans was in the house. Shout out to my mum. Happy birthday, mum. And I616 and anybody else who was in the chat, who was watching that's not in the chat. Thanks for coming along. If you love Deadpool, I think both are a must-have, really. And if you can just get one, probably this one, just because of the bang for buck that you get. But yeah, appreciate you all. Peace out, guys. Lou says, happy birthday, mum. Shout out to you. She'll love that, Lou, because she's probably still watching. So thank you, brother. And keep posting pictures, mate. It's good to see you back, sharing some pictures. And that Spidey one was on point. You've enabled me and you make me want to get it, which I'm probably going to have to go and have a look now. God help me. Anyway, guys, peace out. Till the next time. Thanks for coming along, and we'll catch you. Cheers.